Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Just a little note, my taroscopes are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs, and I always advise that you watch all three so that you can get a clearer picture of how these speak to you. Also, I speak about the astrology and the numerology as kind of like secondary influences, and very often we'll talk about the larger transits when they come up. So just keep that in mind. For those of you that are new, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For those of you that are continued subbies, you know I love you for it. And as if it weren't enough, just so you know, I have a new channel that is solely dedicated to guided meditations and visualizations. So if you've made a point of doing that for the new year, or you want to get more into it, please hit the link in the description box below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Chariot card, victory, success. This is also, and one of the things, whenever we talk about victory and success, just a moment, soapbox moment, here he goes. Right, when we talk about victory, this is about overcoming something. To be victorious, it means that you have to go through the challenge. So if you find that this week you are, you're facing challenges head on, this is the energy that pervades everything for you. But when you see the Chariot card, you are pretty much all but surely a guaranteed success, right? This is where you come out on top. So just know that you have everything that you need to get past whatever it is that you're facing at this moment in time. For your actions and options, you have the Nine of Wands. This is, if I'm completely honest with you, a battle with self, right? So you've had the Nine of Wands, and it's coupled with the Chariot card. This is about you overcoming. For some of you, this could be an illness. For some of you, this could be a process that you've had to go through to get to a certain point or place in your life. And what I like about this for you more than anything else is it suggests that you're overcoming something on an internal level, something that maybe you didn't know that you could do, or something that you didn't know that you think you something that you didn't know you were going to get past, right? This week you're going to have a breakthrough of some sort, which is really, really exciting. The other thing is as well, you are choosing to recognize, it's like you're choosing to recognize exactly how you feel, and whether that makes you vulnerable or not, that's where you're going to find your strength. For your communications and conversations, you have the Knight of Pentacles, right? So this is a slow, steadying influence, but it's also one of pure determination. And it looks like your actions this week are going to be very based on what is practical, what is tangible, what can be quantified. So it's like this week you are solely dealing with the facts, and that's how you get ahead. For those of you that are employed by somebody else or a company, etc., with that, coupled with that Chariot card, this could be something that you've been working towards for a long time. And maybe you're having a conversation with a boss or somebody that's in a position of authority and saying, look, I've kind of done everything that you've asked me to, and I kind of thought it was going somewhere. So you could be having the talk with the boss of, this week, where you're saying, look, I've given everything and I don't feel like I'm getting the rewards. For those of you that work for yourselves, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, business owners, love this, right? Because it sees you being very focused on where it is that you're going. This week could present you with an opportunity, but what I will say to you is it's very likely going to take a lot more from you than maybe you're envisioning at the moment. So don't just be enamored by what the possible outcome could be. Be aware that it's going to take a lot more grit from you to see it through to completion. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this Knight of Pentacles coupled with the Chariot card, this is about you putting your time and focus on what's going to heal you in some way, shape or form, like what's going to make you feel the best that you can feel on a sort of deep heart and soul level. For your money and materials, you have the Eight of Wands, right? So you've got cards here that kind of resonate to the same frequency. This is actually very good, especially given that you've got the Knight of Pentacles with your communications and conversations. This is a card of communication that comes at a distance, but it's also about learning and gathering and gaining information and, you know, various other bits. Now, because you've got this in your money sector, I actually feel like this is, like I said, I feel like there's an opportunity coming in for you. Now, for a select few of you, this may either prompt a move, it may see you having to move buildings or premises. Like, there's definitely, for some of you, could be headhunted as well, and it may very well leave you with the dilemma of, wow, you know, if I take this, I'm going to have to leave behind everything that I've built. But on the other hand, it's a step in the direction that I truly wanted to go. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this would be a week to look after your hips, your lower back, and that sort of general region. And then for your home and environment, if I'm honest, I kind of feel like this, in a lot of ways, this might be you guys, you know, getting prepared to say goodbye to a home or a place that you live, or an environment that you are used to, and a place that you've been for, you know, any length of time. So really interesting set of cards, this. And then for your love and relations, you have the King of Pentacles. Beautiful card, right, for a lot of things. But when it comes to those of you that are single, you could be meeting an earth sign here. You've got a double hit of earth sign energy in your communications and your love. So Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. I recently had someone tell me off, and I can't remember what she said to me, but it was like, oh, not all court cards have to be specific people. Well, no, they don't, because they've got loads of meanings. It's not just those of people. But if I'm talking about people, then yes, the energy of that card does come through. Like, hello. Right, and so yeah, this could be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. Either which way, this is somebody that's very steady, very dependable, but also somebody that is very well, I would say somebody that's very well educated, but also very well established in and of themselves. Now, what I will say to you is, because you've got so much movement in your cards and distance stuff, this is very likely to be somebody that you either meet through your travels or on your travels, or maybe somebody that you meet through association, or maybe somebody that you meet on the way to work or from work, or in the course of what your duties might be. The other part of this, for those of you that are married in long-term relationships already, your King of Pentacles is lovely, because it means that you guys are very focused on your material outlook and understanding. It's also going to see you, because you've got the Eight of Wands there as well. It looks like you guys are going to, I will say this, it looks like you guys are thinking about making a move together that will see you either uniting jobs or business, or, you know, it's like somehow you're bringing your money, their money, all of your assets into one to create something bigger, a bigger entity. And look at that, you got the Chariot card. Now, ideally, you would wait until February, when the Mercury retrograde and shadow has passed. But if you absolutely must do it this week, just make sure that you check and double check everything. We can't stop life just because a planet goes into shadow or retrograde, right? Because otherwise we'd spend our whole lives basically doing nothing. It's not possible. But the way to mitigate those circumstances is to get a fresh pair of eyes. When you get a fresh pair of eyes or ears on a situation, somebody's going to spot something that you miss because you're too close to it. All right, so all in all, this is actually a fairly decent week for you. I think one of the things that I like about that Nine of Wands, even though it's not an easy card, it suggests that this week you're able to say, I can't do it all on my own. I need help. I need assistance. And more importantly, this is going to be about you saying, I have given, I have done. And in order to keep doing, I'm going to need the rewards or the recompense for what I've put in. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.